It is the SMT Media Network. We're talking hoops today in the association. Lakers versus Knicks. These two teams, very similar records, but I'll tell you their trajectories are probably going to be very different the rest of the year. The Knicks lost a very, very important player to an injury. The Lakers just keep on cooking. They get the victory and actually an overtime win, 113-109 as the Lakers hosted the Knicks. From the game, what we kind of saw was a little bit of a back and forth. The Lakers took the lead in the first quarter, and they were up by 4. In the second quarter, the Knicks really fought valiantly, fought back. They were able to play some really good defense, and they took the lead in the second half. So going into at the end of the first half, and then going into the second half, the game was very competitive. It was back and forth. The Knicks had that small lead, but in the fourth quarter, the Lakers it was like a boa constrictor. Right, the Knicks were not really able to score, so the Lakers responded. They knew they had to buckle down, get some stops, and then get some buckets on the other side. And actually, in the fourth quarter is where the worst news happened for the Knicks. The Knicks lost Jalen Brunson to an ankle injury. Attacking the rim, he jumped, landed awkward on I think someone's foot, and it looked really, really painful. He was down for a while, and then he very gingerly and softly walked off the court to the locker room and was not able to return. The injury happened, I think, around the 5-minute mark of the fourth quarter, if I remember correctly. And, at that point, you really don't have the main cog to your offense. He's the facilitator. He's the primary scorer. He's everything on offense. And, we have to speak to this. Jalen Brunson is like an MVP candidate, in my opinion. This guy is the heart of the New York Knicks. It is not Karl-Anthony Towns. In fact, I'll talk more about him later. But this guy, Jalen Brunson, is fantastic. He belongs in conversations for an MVP consideration. I'm not saying he's better than SGA or Joker or anything like that. But he deserves considerations. And I think out of respect for someone who plays as hard as him, who's always available, and just does so much for the team. Lakers shot 42% on the night. The Knicks shot 39%. From the three-point range, Lakers shot 33%. The Knicks only shot 23%. Free throws, pretty even. The Lakers shot 82%. The Knicks 78%. The rebounding edge went to the Lakers. They were +3 on that side. And then with respect to turnovers, the Lakers turned it over 16 times. The Knicks turned it over 13 times. And usually when you can win the turnover battle, you usually get the edge because you get additional high-quality possessions. But the game was close, right? All the way up until the end. And then the Knicks ran out of gas, couldn't score. They didn't have their main scorer. And the Lakers kind of tightened things up. They were able to get some buckets from their stars. And they ended up winning the game in overtime by 4 points. Taking a look at some items from the box score for the Knicks, it was OG Anunoby gave you 20 points, 7 of 18 shooting, 4 of 11 from 3. He had a pretty nice game. Throw in 4 rebounds and an assist. Karl-Anthony Towns, what are we doing? Like, seriously, man, this guy gets a lot of praise as being this fantastic offensive player. 12 points in a very, very big game, right? To kind of measure who you are as a team. These guys are 0-5 versus the Cavs and the Celtics. They really don't beat good teams. And I think the reason for that is because in those games, Karl-Anthony Towns doesn't show up. 3 of 13 shooting, 1 of 6 from 3. Did have 14 rebounds, an assist, and a steal. But that's just not enough impact. Jalen Brunson, 39 points on the night. He was incredible. 13 of 26 from the field. Didn't shoot well from 3. He was 1 of 7. But shot 12 of 13 from the free throw line. Throwing 4 rebounds, 10 assists. Josh Hart rounding things out from the starting lineup. 18 points. 6 of 13 shooting, 2 of 6 from 3, 10 rebounds from your guard there, your 2 guard, 2 assists, 4 steals. Really a big part of the team. I think between him, OG, they're really your big contributors, right? Outside of Karl-Anthony Towns and Jalen Brunson, and they are going to be called upon if Jalen Brunson misses any type of extended time. From the bench, absolutely nothing. Mitchell Robinson played 13 minutes. Looks like he's on a minute restriction after coming back from extended injury. 6 points, 2 of 3 shooting. He had 4 rebounds and a steal. And then the rest of the guys, Campaign 3 points in 10 minutes. That's not much. Miles McBride played 21 minutes. Nothing. Burger, 0 points. 0 for 6 from the field. It's pretty clear to me the Knicks have no bench. They have no depth. Everything falls on the starters. And now with Jalen Brunson likely going to miss some time, the Knicks are in trouble. And then the Lakers are moving in a completely different direction. LeBron, 31 points, 44 minutes. That's a lot. 11 of 23 shooting. He shot 8 3-pointers, made 2, 7 of 8 from the line, 12 rebounds, 8 assists, 1 block, only 1 turnover. Folks, that is a fantastic line from LeBron. A night where you only have 1 turnover, that is great for him. Now, he didn't shoot the ball well, 2 of 8 from 3. I think when he takes that many threes, he's probably doing something wrong. I think it's better for him to shoot about 4 threes a game, naturally and in the flow of the game. He shouldn't be looking for 8 threes, but maybe I'll have to go back and watch again and look to see how he's getting those threes, or if he's just settling for threes. I think when he settles for threes is when he gets in trouble. Jackson Hayes, 8 points in 34 minutes of action. More importantly for him are probably those 2 blocks, right? And the 5 rebounds, like contributing in those types of ways. Luka, 32 points, 9 of 23 shooting, 4 of 12 from 3. I think he had 12 dimes. He had 4 steals. Luka's been really good defensively since he's been a Laker. Have to give it to him. Call a spade a spade. He also had 5 turnovers. Better than some nights, but I still think that's something he can improve upon to fix some of those turnover issues. This team gets even better, right? If he can get that down to about 3 a game, he's averaging about 5 a game. That would be huge for him. Those are additional possessions that adds value to the game. Austin Reeves back in action after the calf strain or whatever. 8 points in 32 minutes, 2 of 13 shooting, 1 of 7 from 3. Not necessarily great, but he did have 6 rebounds. And then off the bench, you got a little bit from Gabe Vincent, 12 points. Dalton Connect, also 11 points. That's great. It's good to see. And then I think Jared Vanderbilt played 17 minutes but didn't do much, 2 points. Looks like he is still on a minutes restriction. So those are some of the stats and some of the things from the game. The Lakers now move to 40-21. They're winners of 8 in a row, and they're looking like they're going in a great trajectory. They're number 2 in the standings. They're trying to create space between them and the Nuggets, and I think they have a good chance of continuing that winning. When I look at some of their upcoming games, there's some winnable ones. Nothing crazy, but I mean, they could rip off some more games here, and they're definitely hot right now. And I'm going to make another follow-up video for something else that happened in this game, but I have to say things are looking pretty good for the Lakers. And unfortunately for the Knicks, I think they're in trouble. They're currently, I think they're 3rd in the East, and the space between them and the Bucks is a few games. If Jalen Brunson misses it's a considerable amount of time, I think the Bucks probably pass the Knicks at some point, and then the Pacers are right there too, and the Pistons aren't far behind them. So there's a version of this where the Knicks could potentially slide back, worst case scenario, to like 7th place if Jalen Brunson was to miss the next week or 2. You never know. These ankle injuries, they have variation and variability. We'll see, but let me know what you guys thought of the game. What do you guys think about the Lakers kind of finding themselves winning a ton of games? The defense looks good. Luke and LeBron clicking, firing on all cylinders, and all those kind of things. Comment. Let me know. Like, share, subscribe. Don't forget to watch more of our videos. We got more here at the end for you. We'll see you guys on the next one.